Hi everyone, Misty here with Shabby Beautiful Scrapbooking. Today I'm going to show you this little, sorry my dogs are having a little come apart. My kids are swimming in the pool outside and they want to go out. Anyway, I made a little library pocket mini. This is a little spiral bound library pocket mini. I will have these kits in my store and I'll show you the kit before we leave. I'm actually very excited. I just figured out today how to allow myself to have videos longer than 10 minutes. So hopefully I will stop feeling so rushed and like I have to get everything in. I'll still try to keep them kind of short because I know I have a short attention span, and if it, I don't want to sit and watch a video for more than 10 minutes or so. But anyway, so this is the mini. On this front I just have an image, and this image is from this week's digital collage sheet. It's the featured digital collage sheet. This will be available in my Exhibit shop. And I will have a separate section for all the items that are in this digi that you can buy. I'll have them in a separate section of my store, and it'll be titled Pretty Pink Rose Library Pocket Mini. So you can go to my store and look for that section, and everything, flowers, digis, everything that I used to make this will be in that section for you. It'll just make it easier for everybody who wants to kind of shop and find the things that I used in this. So anyway, so this is the featured, and I'm still, even though the digi is in my shop, I'm still having the drawing for some goodies every week for the people who buy the featured digi. Just, I want to make sure you all know that still. So here's the cover. I covered it with some pretty, this is actually old Prima paper that I have been hoarding for forever, and I honestly can't believe I'm putting it in a kit because it's my favorite and I have been using it sparingly, but I have to stop doing that. I just have too much paper. So that's that. Here's some of that lace that I use quite a bit. Got some fluff in there. It's a I don't know what you call it. It's just a really pretty trim. It's real versatile. I'll show you how I used it later in here too. A little Prima Rose, just a little punch out of some paper, some glittered paper. And this is just seam binding, and it's just tied onto the little spiral. So just kind of cute. You could do as much or as little as you want. I just like the way that looked. So this is a little just a little journal card, and I love, you could do it this way or this way. I love these flowers. So pretty. You can see the dewdrops on it. This image is actually in the featured digi, but as a journal card I have that on a separate collage sheet. I can't remember how many are on it, but you can make quite a few of these little cards. So that's that one, and that slides right in that pocket. And then you open it up, and, well, first of all, this paper back here, let me show you this journaling card first. Here's another little journal card, one of the small Victorian mats, and I just cut the bottom off so that it would fit in there. I love this graphic, really pretty, and this is a sheet in my store. And then this base piece here, I just glued on these three sides to create another pocket. So you have a top loading pocket, and then you've got this little pocket there. This I stamped. It was a small stamp, and I just alternated it and brought it all the way down. And then I used the Inktense watercolor pencils. I love them. I'll do a tutorial on them hopefully sometime early next week. But I don't know if you can see. It's so bright for watercolor pencils. Really love the effect. And then I just stamped on this one, and then I stamped off and stamped these flowers on here. And I'll show that technique too when I do the Inktense, because I know some of you might be new to stamping. So that's that, and that goes in there. This is actually, it's not a stamp, it's a digital collage sheet that I have in the shop, or I will have it in the shop. And I just fussy cut it and put it on here, and then use some of the Inktense pencils and kind of gave it just a touch of color. and I just inked up the edges. Another little Prima flower. And again, just gluing the edges to make this little pocket. And actually, this came about because of a mess up. I glued this down, then I tried to stamp, but I already had the flower on the front, so it was uneven. And so when I stamped, it didn't stamp completely, which I should have known better. You know, I usually stamp them and then glue them, but you know how that goes, sometimes you forget. So anyway, so there's a mess up stamp under here, and I just put that here, and I actually really like how it turned out. So you can always fix your mistakes. Then this one, just some really pretty paper inked up, and then this is that trim again, made into a doily for this little Prima Rose. And I don't have any out right here, but real easy to make, and it just looks like a perfect little doily. I love it. And then this is that wallpaper stamp that I love. I know I love lots of things, but I really do love that. This is a flower from my cream selection, and just some lace. You can put a picture here, some journaling on the back. And these pockets will hold quite a bit, so you could put tons of pictures. This is they're small, but you can really do a lot with them. And then here is another little journal card. Love that little stamp. I think this is in the Birds and Butterflies stamp set. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. And this is a separate collage sheet. And then again, with the little hidden pocket there. And I did the stamp, and I stamped this background on in Distress ink, and then I used the Memento Cocoa, which is darker, to stamp this on, to layer it, and then just layered this sweet little graphic on there. And then on this outside, I just did multiple stamps. I just stamped these on, and then this stamp set I stamped off, which I'll show you if you don't know what that is, and then stamped it so it was more of a little shadow there. And then I've just got some seam binding and a little charm and a little vintage garment pin holding on to that charm. And I'll stick that back in here. And then this is just a little metal piece. Well, this is a little short library pocket, which these also can hold quite a bit. Just a little metal piece, a Prima flower, and just some paper put on there. Kind of fun. Then on this page, I just have some design paper, and this is one of those Martha Stewart punches. Oops. Let's punch that, ink that up, put a little rose on there, and then this is another little pull out, a little separate one. And that one goes there. And then just another little tag. It says Enchanting. I just thought that was cute. And this is just a little lace stamp, and it was only this big, and so then I kind of overlapped it. And I like how it looks. It kind of looks like separate little valances on little curtains. So I really like the way that turned out. This is the stamp that's in there. I have like a little stamp. It comes with a stamp, a roll of ribbon, and something else. Tags maybe? Shoot, now I can't remember. But I'll have that in the section so you can see it. And then just inked everything up. And then, oh, and a cream flower from the cream set. And over here, this one I forgot to leave a pocket. Oh, no I didn't. I think it's the next one I forgot to leave a pocket. I guess I just didn't put anything in this one. Whoops. Anyway, this sweet little guy. A little tag. And this is just a little die cut. I stamped a little butterfly stamp behind that. And inked and stamped that and just put the rose on there. Very simple. And then this page, this little tag comes out. Another little flower. I'm not sure which stamp set that is, but I love that little architectural look. And then This is a mat, and I just folded it and tucked that piece under here before I glued this down. So it makes this little flip out. And I just have a little stamp. It says, "So very pretty." And it just closes. And I have just another little mat, a little piece of that, what I showed you before from the Martha Stewart punch, and then one of the images from the featured collage sheet. Turn it over here. And this is one of the images from the collage sheet. And I just have a little butterfly that's inked up and another flower. Very, very simple. And this was the pocket that I forgot to leave. I just glued it down. And then it's kind of hard to pick up on the camera, I think, but I stamped off and just lightly did the script stamp, and then did another greenery stamp, and again with the ink tints just went in with some green just to add a tiny bit of color, and then went in with a little pink on this digi. And this is a new digi I have in the shop, so if you are looking for this, they don't come with the color, it's just black and white, so you can do whatever you want with it. And then a little butterfly with some flat back pearls and seam binding. And that just tucks right back in there, like that. I showed you that. And then I fussy cut this. This is going to be this week's freebie. I'm kind of hoping I didn't already do this one. I don't think I did, but I fussy cut it and just glued it on to this little note card. Put some little papers in there and tuck those in there. And then very simple on the back for a picture. More of that Martha Stewart punch, a flower, and just a little butterfly layered behind that. So that is that. I am thrilled with the way it turned out. I really do like it. It's got 5 pages. So anyway, I'm going to show you the kit real fast. And I want to let you know the drawing, the winner from last week's drawing for the featured digi will be on my blog. So if you bought the digi, hop over there and see if you won. So this will be the kit. It's going to come with a spiral bound album with 5 pages. And then you'll get these design papers. These are the same ones that I used. I just inked mine up. And then 5 of the cardstock pages. These are for the long pages that don't have the pocket, the back side. 1 short library pocket for these tags. On some of these I cut them down shorter because I didn't want them sticking up as much. So you can alter them however you want. Okay. And then the little note card. 2 of these craft mats. 2 of the scalloped aqua. 2 of the scalloped pink. 2 of the Victorian black. And 2 of the darker Victorian pink. So there's quite a bit in this pack, and I think that I'm going to make it a hybrid pack and also include the digis. I may do 2 different sets, one that includes the digis and one that does not, for some of you who don't do the digital collage sheets. But like I said, it'll all be in the store and you'll be able to figure out what you need. So, and these papers are also double-sided, so you can pick whichever side you want. So that's what I have for you. It was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you guys will take the opportunity to try one yourself. I would love to see what you do with them. So I think that's it. So thanks, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please comment below, or ask me in a private message, and I'll do what I can to get back to you and answer you. Thanks a bunch. Bye.